Alright, ladies and gents, this video is to go over the 3 basic rules for naming acids. As we've moved through this year, you've probably noticed that there have been multiple compounds that are blah-de-blah acid, and I've just given you the formula. After these 3 rules, you're going to be able to see the name of an acid and write the formula, or see the formula of an acid and write the name. So, to name an acid, the first thing, and really the only thing you need to evaluate, is the anion. So you have 2 options for the anion. You can have a monatomic ion, or you can have a polyatomic ion. If you have a monatomic ion, your ending for the anion is going to be "-ide", and to change from the anion's name to the acid name, all you're going to do is take off the IDE and add "-ic", and add hydro before. So an example, we've got HCl. This is the chloride ion. I'm going to take off the IDE and add "-ic", and then add the prefix of hydro. And then I add acid at the end. That's it. That is the only option if your anion is monatomic. For your polyatomic, you really have 2 options. We can have a polyatomic with the ending of "-ate", and we can have a polyatomic with the ending of "-ite". Remember, your "-ate" ending is going to have 1 more oxygen than your "-ite" ending. If your polyatomic ion ends in "-ate", you're going to remove the "-ate" and add "-ic" acid to the end. So an example there would be something like hydrogen and chlorate. I take off the "-ate and add "-ic". So I have chloric acid. My other option is "-ite", so something like hydrogen and chlorite. Here, I'm going to remove the "-ite and add "-us", acid. So I would take off the "-ite and add OUS, acid. So, like I said, you've got 3 options. You can have an acid with a monatomic ion, which is going to end in "-ide". You take off the "-ide and add hydro as your prefix and "-ic" as your suffix, and then the word acid. If you have a polyatomic anion, you're going to take, if it ends in "-ate", you're going to take off the "-ate and add "-ic", and then if it ends in "-ite", you're going to take off the "-ite and add OUS. And this is an example of really the main acids that you're going to see with chloride involved. To write the formula for an acids, well, really to write the formula is the same as to write the formula for any combination of ions. So if I gave you chloric acid, you're going to work your way backwards. You know that it ends in "-ic", so you know that the polyatomic ion is going to end in "-ate". You either have it memorized or you look it up. You realize that chlorate has a -1 charge. It's always going to bond with hydrogen because that's definitionally what an acid is. Hydrogen has a +1 charge. They're balanced and neutral, so your formula is HClO3. Shoot me an email if you guys have any questions about how to name acids, and I will see you upon my return. You will still be taking your test on Friday, so please make sure that you're preparing for that.